Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
All right, folks, happy Monday, and it is the Monday after the Super Bowl. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs on their victory win this past Sunday night. Now, a lot of Eagles fans in our area, so again, it was a good game either way. It almost went to overtime, so again, I could go on and to talking about that as well, but I will say it was a good game for both teams, Eagles and the Chiefs, and again, a lot of you all are now knowing that Patrick Mahomes could be the next Tom Brady. We'll see what happens between the next several years. Okay, and off my sports box and moving on to the weather here. Again, our weather thankfully cooperated. We are very thankful that we did not have a lot of major icing concerns. I do have some photos coming up in just a little bit. Our friend Peter Forister was up at Charlottesville. We'll talk about a little bit more where exactly he was yesterday on Sunday. Now, of course, we saw a lot of rain. Some areas did pick up a sleet, a little bit of snow in part of Patrick County, which then prompts schools to go virtual for today. So a lot of your students were at home on Monday for the virtual learning aspect of that, and no more cold weather. Well, winter weather is expected. Looks like not much anytime soon. So, hey, another nice day today. It's going to get warmer from here. We'll see sunny skies out there coming into play. A lot of our clear skies moving in pretty clear and cool tonight. 46 there by 8 p.m. will dip down to 41. Our lows tonight, thanks to allowing of the clear skies in place, we are going to see our temperatures fall like a rock, as this will be the trend for us tonight. Temperatures again are going to range anywhere between 36 to right around 32, 33 degrees for everybody for majority of our hometowns. So again, anywhere from Boone's Mill down to Rocky Mount, down towards Ararat and Woolwine there. 33 in Ridgeway. We'll do it down to freezing here in the city and Martinsville, Henry County regions. Sandy Level, Axton, as you make your way towards Stanleytown, Bassett, Fieldale communities, they're coming in at 34 outside of Oak Level. If you make your way up towards Snow Creek, Sontag communities there, Sidnersville along 220, a very cool and crisp night. Now, something going to also notice, it's going to be less wind out there. So we've been kind of contending with this wind for the last couple of days. It is going to begin to calm down as you make your way towards Tuesday. Now, the winds will begin to pick back up later in the week. Now, moving on out to Tuesday tomorrow, again, a lot of clouds in the morning or in the afternoon. We'll see a mix of sun to start the day. Very warm and unseasonably warm for this time of year. 64 Rocky Mount, 63 Woolwine, 60 Ararat, same story in Stewart, 65 in Ridgeway, 62 here in the city, and 63 in Oak Level. So a very warm afternoon. Let the kids run out on recess. Again, some of your mud puddles may be able to need to dry out a little bit. Again, we've been pretty wet here recently, so maybe let the sun do its magic. So maybe, of course, you probably have noticed you did not want to go outside as much thanks to the wet weather, not the warm weather. That's not an excuse to go outside. But yeah, 6-2 tomorrow. We're giving tomorrow a 9 out of 10. Let's get on now to your forecast here. As you do see here, I'm going to pull up another graphic as I'm going to be talking with you here. As you do see that our temperatures are going to remain pretty mild and warm over the next several days. Temperatures at best are going to maybe approach 70 almost in some of our hometowns on Thursday. Now, as you are getting ready to get the week ahead, just do know that we will begin to see those chances of rain increase once again, and that is not what I'm looking for. I'll get to that in just a second there. Let me get on here. Again, my computer, I was trying to get that all figured out for you. So 64 tomorrow, next a mix of clouds and sun. Beautiful afternoon, maybe having some mishmush out there. And again, I've been seeing some reports of tulips blooming everywhere you've been going thanks to this unseasonable warm. Now, again, it may have shocked some of your plants, particularly if they've already begun to sprout already. It's been so unusually confusing. I also saw some photos of some cardinals already flying around and building nest. Yes, building nest already out there. So it's impressive to see what's going on. Mother Nature is confusing everybody here. Wednesday, another nice day. We'll see clouds increasing late in the afternoon, but you should be fine for the first half of the day going into mid-morning to mid-early afternoon. things should be looking all right. So maybe a good day to take out a walk on your lunch break. Maybe I'll let the kids run around at resets. I keep mentioning that because, as you know, typically we're supposed to be freezing cold, not warm, in mid-February for Valentine's Day. So perfect weather for Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Got the red rockin', if I can speak right there. We'll see rain increasing late Wednesday night. We have a system that's going to be pushing in some much warmer or cooler air ahead of it as you make your way towards Thursday, pushing almost 70, yes, 70 almost, here in the city of Martinsville. We may have to lower this number depending if we see more rain, but again, it's also going to get breezy. We'll see a southwest breeze develop for us the first half of the day, 10 to 20 miles per hour, so we'll possibly see some gusts in between as the storm system is moving through. We'll cool down to 55, rain likely and heavy at times once again, so we talk about a potential for some more flooding concerns if this all holds true, but again, right now we'll keep a close eye on that as we get closer to Thursday. Friday here, yes, you've seen this area before. You know what this kind of means, right? We're going to see morning rain. Our midnight high is going to kind of take place at 58. And then throughout the day, the temperatures are going to be falling as this cold front comes through. And you know that this winter, we don't get cold enough to get the good snow like we did this past week. And we could have. Typically, if we would have got enough cold air, we would have had a perfect snowstorm. We would have been talking about almost 2 feet of snow if all would have went well for some parts of our region. If the cold air was in place, instead of digging out snow, we're going to be needing ponchos and replacing umbrellas at this point because we've used them so much the last couple of weeks and pretty much this winter. I would say that at most. So temperatures falling on Friday. We'll get down to 25 with clear skies at night. And again, Saturday, back to normal. Hello, winter's here, maybe, just for a day. Then it warms back up again. All right, here's a quick photos. Again, a big thanks to Peter Forister. You know that name, all familiar well. This was up in Afton Mountain outside of Charlottesville, like I said. He was doing some winter storm chasing, as he always does, and goes around to the extra mile to support that. Be sure you can follow him. He's a Peter Forister. I'll put the lower handle there right here. You can follow him on his Twitter page. He's a phenomenal photographer. Look at this. Picked up, he said, 1/4 to 3/10 of an inch of ice was reported in several of these branches. Look kind of here, kind of looks like I can almost touch it and grab it there because of how cool and crystal clear this picture looks. Another branch you kind of see there, kind of that fog way in the distance there. So if you've been up towards Charlottesville, just west of 64, if you've had a chance to go up towards Afton Mountain, it's a beautiful area to go up and take a hike, especially if you're Peter and you like to go find ice storms or winter storms. He always does that as well. Graduate of Virginia Tech from the meteorology program. So shout out to the Hokies out there who may have their students going to Virginia Tech this upcoming fall, maybe to pursue their degree in meteorology. Anyway, so do know that, I know, I've been trying to find winter. It's been difficult for me to find it. That's why I've had to ask several of close friends of mine to kind of borrow their photos to showcase you because we haven't had enough snow this winter and it doesn't appear we're not going to be getting much, at least in the next 2 weeks, to say the least. Stick around. Again, we'll have a lot more programming coming up after this.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.